And we are live.
And don't ever say that on my chat. And we're never going to say that here. Screw it. Screw it. The
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll do it live. Fuck it.
Show me your fucking content.
I would love to get Bill O'Reilly on here.
Wouldn't we all?
That would be epic.
All right. I don't have access to see the chat, but I do want to say real quick, hi, y'all.
Yep, I am currently pulling up the live feed as we are speaking. I have like 6 videos open, like 6 tabs open, so I have to cycle.
Did we start this stream off right?
No.
No. Huh. Oh, excuse me.
Let's see who can I guilt into coming.
You guilted me for a few minutes.
Yeah, I did.
Who guilted you the most? Whose guilt was most effective?
You.
You are a bad liar.
Shit.
Would you prefer she be a good liar?
No. Benny is Benny is a bad liar. There was a pause.
You want to hear a good lie, Marty? I think you're an amazing person.
Aw. See, now that I believe. I believe that 100%.
I'm a terrible liar. I don't know why I'm on YouTube if I can't lie.
I have the word. I actually cannot lie.
Falcon's in the chat, y'all.
Fucking Falcon, what is up, bro?
Falcon, we got plenty of room if you want to come in.
Look, everyone has a price. For $2 million, I would punch a baby in the face.
Oh, that's coming. That is coming. I was gonna wait till 8 o'clock straight up to do my stream intro, but since, like I said, I went ahead and started because the chat was actually, going pretty good.
Was the chat bumping?
Are we not filthy, man?
I cannot see the chat. Erg.
Well, Falcon is saying, "Damn it!" And I was gonna go wash my bike. Oh, Solver, you know what we need to do, man? If we need to kind of keep an eye on Pal Talk.
Yeah.
If it gets lively, I'm presenting that shit.
Oh, well, we could. That would actually work out real well.
Yeah. Jeez. Is anybody here familiar with Pal Talk at all?
No, sir.
No.
Who's that?
Is it anything like Vent?
It's more like a Discord server, except you don't have to invite people. It's kind of public.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah, well, it is.
Guys, I'm
It
sorry.
is incredibly horrifying. It is incredibly horrifying.
Thanks for coming by, Benny.
Yep, thanks for coming
Bye,
by.
Ben.
Thanks for showing up, Benny.
Yeah, there are people who have said things on Pal
Welcome
Talk
back,
that have
David.
made my ears bleed.
Holy shit, Uzulu looks exactly as I thought he would look. Oh, do you guys not know who Uzulu is?
I know who Uzulu is. I've seen a couple of his videos.
Yeah, he just tweeted out a selfie of him and Lauren Southern. And he looks exactly like I expected.
Oh, you heard Lauren Southern got a couple of guys chased and beat up today?
What?
She apologized for it on her channel. But basically, she was caught by some Antifa, and they took a photo of her and Billy something. I forgot the other guy's name. They were caught in the photo, and they were associated as being with her when they're not. And one of them got caught by some Antifa and got beat up, and the other one was chased alongside her. If you go to her YouTube channel, there's like an apology video. She said she didn't realize the gravity of the situation, and she's very sorry. And it was a very emotional thing.
Poor thing.
Oh, well, at least now I know why Failure's not here.
Who's he streaming with?
He's streaming with Beard Barian, as is Tonka.
Tell those losers to get in here.
Yeah, well,
Here.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So actually, today is not the exact 1 year anniversary of me being on YouTube. It was actually on Wednesday. But I figured day after 4th of July, there probably wouldn't be a lot of interest. Not to mention that I just didn't have the time to. So, oh crap! I forgot to ask y'all something before we went live. I guess I'll have to do it in the side chat. So anyway,
I can't see the side chat. I'm on my phone. Darn it.
And I guess you're not going to get on a PC anytime soon.
No, because all my stuff's packed up still.
Well, anyway,
I got my priorities straight. First thing I had to unpack was the kitchen.
I got you. Well, Marty can see the side chat and let me know what he thinks.
Yeah, I just need to. You just have to type it.
1 year on YouTube.
To see the side chat, do you guys just load the actual like YouTube page and then mute it or something?
Well, no. This is the side chat is here in the Hangout window. You just mouse over the screen and click the little chat boxes in the top left corner. For the YouTube live stream, for the YouTube live chat, I typically go to the stream, pop out the chat, and then close the video so I don't artificially inflate his numbers.
Let's see here. I'm not gonna be able to see the chat, but whoever's there, hi. Thank y'all for watching.
It's just Falcon so far.
Falcon. So
okay, so
I see it.
Yeah.
On for a year, Pooh. Tell me some advice.
You've got. Oh, would you? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would not begrudge you.
Yeah.
But I mean. Yeah.
All right. Well, I made a video concerning that a few days ago, and there's, and I posted my reasons on why I'm not jumping on that. Anyway, yeah, just don't do what I do. And that's, a lot of bathroom humor and whatnot.
Well, that's your shtick. That doesn't work for me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't do that.
I know. I'm saying I wouldn't because that's your shtick.
And besides, if anything, I should probably be taking advice from you with your vastly superior sub numbers to me.
Oh.
Oh, man.
My storage channel has vastly superior sub numbers to you.
Yeah, this is not untrue, man. Hey, Marty, I don't know how tight you are.
I'm fucking around. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't know how tight you are with Magog, but man, if you can pull him in here long enough to see this intro, because I can't remember what I added to the intro since I showed it to you the other day, or what.
I have no idea. I asked him.
Okay, well, that's fine. I appreciate that.
No worries, man. Okay. To order food or to not order food?
What's our topic today?
Hello?
Yeah, we're still here. Marge's trying to figure out if he wants to order food.
Yeah.
Otha.
Oh shit, Otha, what's up? I didn't know you had a last name, so.
At the very least, Otha is here. So with Otha being here, hey, Otha.
I'm not muted now. Okay.
Yeah, not muted now. Yeah.
With Otha being here, I could actually do the thing now.
The thing? Oh, changing your avatar and all that other business?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are we going to go from one poop to another poop?
Yes. But the second poop is much better.
Well, I do like the cute poop.
The cute poop does work. Yeah.
Let's not get it here.
Hold on. Let me just do something real quick, and then we can go with that. But
yeah, the other thing is I have to remember what the hell folder I put it in.
Somebody has to design you a like machine gun toting poop.
Machine gun toting poop. Well, this Otha might be the guy to do that. Now, Otha, do you want to talk about the the conversation that we had before you did this first, or you want to do it afterwards?
Let's do it afterwards. Let's do the reveal and do it afterwards after we're on air. Are we on air? I don't know.
Yeah, we're already live.
Okay, yeah. Do reveal it and then we'll talk about it.
All right. I'm still setting stuff up here.
Okay. So how was everyone's day?
Pretty good. Mine's been short so far because I've switched my schedules to being at night.
See.
Yeah.
Okay, Chagrin. I'm sorry, Chagrin. Are you watching?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. Present to everyone.
Whoa! Inception.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. See,
what's this? What are we looking at? What's going on here?
This was supposed to be the stream intro.
Oh.
And the reveal. The reveal is added into this here.
That looks like an angry version of me.
That's failure accomplished.
Okay, so make sure y'all keep an eye right here where my cursor is. It's fucking hilarious. Oh crap! You know what I got to do first? I got to switch my freaking outputs. Hold on.
Don't
so much
dox yourself.
And now a word from our sponsors. This portion brought to you by Lucky Strike Cigarettes. I don't know. Are they even still in business?
I'm here.
What's up, Pooh? Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, you're dropped a dose.
Minus, you need to press the minus key.
Hashtag, of course. Thank you very much. HuFlungPoo's, I appreciate it.
You got shouted out by Cenk.
You got shouted out by Cenk Uger? That's
Man, the Young Turks are especially crazy these days. They've gone off the deep end.
What just happened? Why is my channel up?
I think at this point he's just trying to find his screen, where he's going. Yeah, you're better off navigating there first and then presenting.
So you were saying that the Young Turks were off the deep end.
HuFlungPoo's dropped a deuce. Dropping deuces on shithead TYT. Hashtag, of course. Thank you very much. HuFlungPoo's, I appreciate it. What's up, everybody in the chat? Scooby Nemo. Stop the hate. Media. Love each other. Super chat. HuFlungPoo's tired. The power of poo compels you. Thank you. We have Fishi's power in the house. Thank you, sir.
The Trumpocalypse has arrived. But the fan art you have gotten has been fucking amazing.
Oh, it's been epic. It's been epic, yes. Stellar. I'm sorry. I'm not shooting my own horn, but it's fucking awesome. That doesn't count as fan art. I thank you. Hey, your birthday one. Oh, yes, that one was quite nice, but I didn't want to name that one because you have yet to send it to me in PNG, so I could make it. I had a commission that came up. I needed to actually draw shit for somebody, like actual feces. I needed to draw feces for somebody. It was disgusting, but whatever. Excuse. I got paid. Fucking G20. All right. Who is in the chat? Who says juicing up the chat? $2. Thank you. He's like, hey, Marty, you are familiar with the... HuFlungPoo's is who I drew shit for. HuFlungPoo's is who I drew shit for. Yep, that makes sense. Yes, and I've streamed with him before on other channels. That's shit upon shit upon shit upon shit. But he is the master of shit puns.
I swear to God, he is. Yeah, he is, and he does this really cool sound effect. I know you know I see you smiling at me. It's alright, it's alright. Here comes up, ready or not.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Ready or not. How you like me now? I say, my crew, we stay true. Like, I'm a good dude, but I will punch a baby for, $2 million.
Oh shit!
That is a straight up realistic pile of cartoon poop. I'm just gonna say the fake totally embedded. It's wow.
A realistic.
All right, do I have a mic again?
Yes, you have a mic again.
You have a mic again. Yes.
All right. I was a little okay. So y'all did get to see the video because I'm guessing because I could hear Chagrin just giggling away.
Oh, we saw the video.
Okay, great. Because when I came back, it said present to everyone. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was fun. What was that? What was that music? That was some like weird like
that was POD.
Okay.
That was POD, a very, very popular band for like 20 minutes in the year 2000.
Oh, yeah.
I had to not sing along to the song.
Oh, God, I hate you, Chagrin. I hate you so much.
Hey, I did not sing along. But yes, I was one of those kids that listened to that kind of music back in the day.
It's Christian fag rock.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I got saved at 14.
Wowzer.
Oh, I was saved at 18 from a life of mediocrity.
Anyway, calm down. I didn't sing it on here, and I don't subject anybody else to that. I was just saying that I knew the words to the song.
Stop being so nice. Fucking kick me in the balls or something.
But you'd like that, so no.
Actually, I wouldn't, because that's kind of the point of kicking me in the balls is I won't like it. You'll be mean and do something I don't like.
But you would like it because you want me to be mean.
Hey, Chagrin. All right.
What's that noise? What's that
That's
weird
her
noise?
phone constantly going off. Is there any way you could turn off the vibration feature, or do you need it on?
I don't. I can turn it off.
Oh,
That would
thank
be
you so much.
fantastic.
Yes, thank you. In all honesty, I love you, Chagrin, but that vibrating was killing me.
It's almost like an air horn when it comes to the mic.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
There. I think I fixed it.
Jesus.
You know, the air horn thing is a very, very good comparison because every time it went off, I was getting triggered.
Yeah, it's similar to that. Similar to that. I've when it comes to like poisoning the well, I'm glad that Pat has started doing impressions of the air horn instead of actually using an air horn on the soundboard, because that just, oh my god, it's too much.
Mic check. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh, you having problems?
Just so you know, so y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want.
We're having technical difficulties there.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Otha.
Yes.
All right. So when I first when we first started DMing each other about wow, that sounds perverted. About doing some artwork for me, you had expressed some hesitation because you didn't really know what you could do with the pile of shit.
No, I knew what I could do with a pile of shit, but my point was that I did not want to draw a pile of shit. So I said, I'll do it for a flat fee if you allow me to run with it, and you have no complaints with the end result. And that's what I did.
Oh, well, I don't remember there being a conversation about no complaints, but I have none. I have none. So,
well, yeah, so I got to run with it, and that's exactly what mattered to me, is to be able to run with it. I tried to go as Ren and Stimpy grotesque with it as possible without pulling up the actual brushes and getting painterly with it.
You know what? To be honest with you, I would love to see like a Renaissance style portrait of Pooh. Like, how hilarious would that be?
With
like,
a monocle, a top coat, and a cane.
Exactly. I mean, like the most, like the classiest, like artist depiction of a pile of shit.
One of those really classy rich people frowns. You know what I'm talking about? Where they frown.
Yeah.
You need one of those.
You gotta also make it look shiny, like it's polished.
Oh my God! Yes, yes, that is fucking brilliant. Yes,
polished
turd. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
She is pleased with herself on that one.
I am.
That is great. Hey, Matthew Singer, welcome to the chat. If you're still there, it's a Golgothan nightmare.
Ota. Imagine a wall hanging like a big tapestry of like fucking Flint Heart Glomgold from the old DuckTales, but as a pile of shit.
I don't even remember that very well. Oh wow!
I remember that character.
I don't remember Flintheart. I don't remember that. That's
how do you not remember that is like one of the most rememberable characters. I mean, he's right up there with the Eagle Boys.
I wasn't a big fan of DuckTales though. So I mean, I liked the animation because Tokyo Movie Shinsha, they did the animation for it, but I wasn't a fan of Disney ever. So I just kind of I was more watching Bionic 6 and Transformers and Mask and Thundercats and pretty much anything with adventure elements that had like people instead of anthropomorphic animals.
I don't know. I like.
Oh, you see what I just did there, Otha?
I did. I watched the whole process as you were doing it.
Yeah, takes a real genius to do that kind of shit.
It's pretty fucking sweet.
I've actually been leaking it out to like my Minds, my Facebook and Gab today, just because I don't have much of a following there. Not that I have a huge following here.
Gab, yeah. My biggest following is on Instagram, of all places. Like I actually have fans on Instagram who like buy my prints and try to like engage me and stuff. And yeah, but I actually get more work through Twitter. Like I don't have very many followers on Twitter, but I get work through Twitter. It's all very strange. And then Minds is a piece of shit, and Facebook is a joke. Like, yeah.
I agree with both of those statements. Like fucking Base Mama loves Minds because
the characters are limitless.
I don't know why Base Mama loves Minds so much, but Dave Cullen loves Minds. I think because he's friends with Bill Ottman. But like, the more I use Minds, the less I want to use Minds.
Exactly. I just post my artwork there, and then I post to the artist forum that they have there. And it's all I do. I don't even look at my main feed anymore because it's just garbage.
I'm literally on Minds for the MGTOW.
For the MGTOW, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of really like nice MGTOW that I've met on there who like talk to me about stuff and answer my questions or just like tell me their opinion on things, and they don't like yell at me or call me ugly names or anything. They just talk to me like I'm a human being, and I like talking to them.
But you're not a human being.
Dope.
Man. I promise you, Grant, I did not intend it to be this kind of hangout.
Oh, if you have Marty and Chagrin in the same hangout, you're going to get this kind of operation going on.
Yes.
What are you talking about, Otha? I'm not understanding you.
No. You do not antagonize anyone. It's Marty has a hard-on for making you feel bad and trying to get you to be mean to him. It's a fetish. I see it.
It's not a fetish.
That's and uncomfortable. I don't know.
I'm not denying. I am not denying anything else you said except for the fact that it's a fetish. Like, it is totally not a fetish.
Otho.
Falcon
Otha, sorry. I don't know why I put the O at the end.
Yeah.
It's Spanish either way.
No, it's not. It's German, actually.
I know it's not. I'll tell you the joke here in a second.
Okay.
So Falcon is, and that's not how you spell HuFlungPoo, at least not in my world, Falcon. But he's saying that you need to redraw because I'm creamy, not chunky.
I don't care.
Yeah, there you go. You know, if there is one complaint I have is that there just isn't enough corn presents.
You know, I was thinking about corn, but I wanted to keep the time limit down, and that would have been tedious. Adding corn.
Gosh, yeah, I'm actually glad.
What the hell is that?
Chagrin's being a homemaker right now.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah, she keeps making chicken enchiladas, but never sends me an invite.
That would be delicious.
I apologize. I will have you over one day. I promise. Just let me get settled. Let me get all the boxes unpacked. Let me.
I am just messing with
you. Ran away.
Yes, I'm free tomorrow.
Ran away.
Just to let you know, I am partial to chicken fettuccine Alfredo.
Right now, I'm making chicken spaghetti.
Chicken, a lot of chicken going on.
That is not the same.
I know it's not the same.
I would never put chicken in spaghetti. Oh my god.
It's delicious.
You don't know what you're missing out on, man.
Pork and beef, man. That's where it's at.
I also make this thing called pizza pasta bake, which is basically like kind of like baked spaghetti.
I've had that. I've actually
Annie.
made something of that. Yeah.
Who wants to come in?
Well,
Annie's in the chat.
No. Annie's awesome. I like Annie.
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody in the chat want to come into the hangout? Just because not the amount of people we have in the chat still will not fill out the hangout.
Yeah.
So there's this comedian I saw when I was really young in the 80s. And he was a Hispanic comedian. He says, I just love the way white people think, they speak Spanish just because they add an O or an A at the end of every English word.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's some of us that actually, like, Papa Bear can speak Spanish pretty well. And, like, I'm wondering sometimes if he's just going to go somewhere and, like, totally say something mean about me and I won't ever know. Be like,
it's kind of hard to live in Texas without knowing at least a little bit of Spanish.
I can take phone messages and I can sing One Little Monkey Jumping on the Bed. And that's about it.
You can do that in Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it.
Oh my gosh, but okay, my accent shreds it. Like, it butchers it.
My accent?
My accent, y'all, my accent. All right. And I can't sing, y'all. It's going to be bad.
That's all right.
You totally should have been there for karaoke.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, did you not see the karaoke video?
No, I did not, but it's worse. Okay, so, un changuito se esconde en la cama. Se cayó. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, well, back to the karaoke video. You should have been there. It was
go find it and play it, Marty.
Yo
no.
no soy tu madre, recoge tus cosas.
There you go. And
pick up your things.
Uno más cerveza, por favor.
One more beer, please. I know that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty obvious one.
El queso está viejo y apestoso.
Could you say that again, but slower?
El queso está viejo y apestoso.
Something about cheese. Yeah.
All right, Annie, DM me real quick so I can give you the link.
What about cállate la boca?
Shut your pie hole.
Yes.
I know boca. Boca. Yeah. Yes, boca.
And I know tu madre.
Yeah. Palabra a su madre.
And
Word to your mother.
Word to your mother.
Palabra a su madre.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Los cucarachas entran, pero no pueden salir.
Something about cockroaches.
Well, yeah, Marty. Okay. Roaches check in, but they don't check out.
So.
I know some ecclesiastical Latin and some high Latin too, because that's what I took in high school, and that was useful.
Please, by all means.
I got one more. Oh, I'm sorry, Chagrin, you were going.
No, go ahead, Sugar.
Tengo un gato en mis pantalones.
See, that's sovereign.
Yeah, there is a cat in my pants. Everyone knows that one.
Los luces aprendidas, pero no nadie a salir. No, that's not it. Las luces aprendidas, pero nadie en casa.
I was talking about the house. Hi, Annie. How you doing?
Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Hey.
Hey, Annie.
Fick dich mit vier.
I verstanisch what you sprechen Sie.
I said fuck it with fire.
All I know is, and it's probably not actually German, is Allgemeiner's Borscht.
Yeah,
that's something about borscht.
I keep hearing something about killing Jews. So
every time people
You're gonna give me a copyright strike or some kind of DMCA, you son of a bitch.
Every time people speak German, it sounds like they're saying the most harshest thing in the world, and it could be like something really soft and cute.
Oh, that's not true.
For instance, like
true.
you say butterfly in English, that sounds pretty harmless, and you say it in Spanish, it's like mariposa, but you say it in German, it's like Schmetterling. You know.
And then even in French, it sounds nice.
Ambulance, you'd be like ambulancia, and then English, it's ambulance, and then German, it's like Krankenwagen.
Russian is actually quite the same with that. It's like
Russian's pretty too, though. It depends on who's saying it.
Yeah, it is. I used to know how to say things in Russian, so.
So when you're talking in like Muskogee, which is a Native American language, it's about the same thing, but it sounds like Asian almost. It sounds like if Asian and German had a baby. It's horrible. So it's like Nankin Ompenta Chiacha. That means what do you want to eat? And Takleken is bread. And Ichki is mother. And what we got in trouble for saying in school all the time was Hokuchi, which just means girl. But we'd say, your mama's a Hokuchi, and we get in trouble.
I live around a lot of Somalis and Ethiopians and stuff like that. And their language, they always sound like they're yelling at each other, no matter what they're saying. I'm fine with it. I like my neighbors. I'm like one of the only white people around, and I'm fine with it because it's the way I grew up too. I grew up in the ghetto. It's fine. But yeah, they always sound like they're yelling at each other, and then when they switch to English, they sound fine, and it's really weird to me. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, Otha. I must interrupt you for a moment.
Yeah,
Russell's in the chat.
Fucking Russell.
Russell.
Man, I feel bad that Russell comes in as I finish up this little piece of art I just did.
Who's Russell?
Russell, the hangout love muscle.
Yeah, Russell is the man. So
is that a 3D studio render of poop?
Yes, yes it is. Yes, it is. Well, it's actually not a 3D. Well, it's not 3D Studio. It's Blender.
It's Blender. Yeah, I've actually tried to learn some Blender, but I got bogged down in it, and I was like, I've got other shit to do.
It's complex as shit. I use 3D Studio myself because I do 3D printing, and it's a lot easier to.
Well, yeah, because it actually translates over to CAD. 3D Studio Max does.
Right. I export, stereolithograph files.
So all right. So you guys are gonna find this hilarious. Do you know what texture this is?
Rice Krispies.
Asphalt.
It looks like cork. Looks like cork.
Nope. Yeah, it is bread.
Bread.
This is a bread crust texture.
Yeah. When you close up on it, I can see the oats.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that
you don't forget the little bits of corn. Okay, you need little pieces of corn sticking out of that.
Lumpen like irregularities that are colored yellow.
Russell, check your Twitter DMs, man.
Don't invite Russell because I have to leave soon.
I don't see this Russell, but I see Fuquad
that's Russell.
I see. Yeah. Oh, that's Russell. All right. I didn't know that.
He used to be known as Russell Sarante, but then he adopted. He joined our culture and adopted a screen name.
Yeah, I've got a name I go by for music that I make, but I haven't publicly used it yet, so I'm not even gonna go there. But this is my Otha is my real name. Otha is my real first name.
Really?
Yes.
People are shocked to find out that Marty is not my actual first name.
Okay, I'm not. I mean,
I'm not.
Like I know that Dieter isn't Dieter's first name. Like I know that so many people don't use their real names.
Well, yeah.
I could tell you my real name, but considering my ethnic background, you wouldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. And I know this is going to come as shock as to everyone, but believe it or not, HuFlungPoo is not my real name.
What?
No, that's a surprise to us all. Now.
I thought you were part Ching Chong, and that's what they named their children.
I'm
from the Middle East. I'll tell you my first name. My first name is Arvid.
Arvid. Oh wow.
Yes, and I'm Middle Eastern.
Arvid, isn't Arvid?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Hey, Chagrin,
that's like a Nordic name.
Hey, Chagrin.
Yeah, it
like
is.
Swedish people name their kids Arvid.
What's up, Russell?
Hello, everyone. Hey, Russell.
Hey, Russell.
One quick question. Hey, Chagrin, why did you unfollow me?
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you're bad and you should feel bad.
Yeah. You might have actually got her to be pissed at you for once.
Well, if that's the case, then yes. All right, I can live with it. But the thing is I wanted to send Chagrin a private DM of my real first and middle name so she can laugh harder than she's ever laughed in her life.
No, Chagrin and I were in a private hangout, and she doxed herself to me last night.
Shush.
Oh my God.
I didn't tell them how.
Shush.
Her real name is Tabitha Sue.
Damn it, that's a good guess.
Really?
No.
Marty, is your first name Dexter Poindexter? Or your first and
No. But as soon as Chagrin wants to follow me, you'll find out when she finds out. Well,
his name is Edith.
Edith.
I just
That's
really
a guy's
have
name.
to
That's a guy's name.
No, it's not a guy's. Edith.
In some cultures, it is.
Oh, yeah, well, it's the same with like most people who are west of Poland think that Sasha is a genderless name, but it's a male name in Russia.
Yeah, then there's like Kari, which is in Finnish. It's completely like male name, but then
fucking hell. Hey, Pooh.
Like, you go to Sweden, it's female name. So.
What's up?
That's weird.
All right, so I trust you not to drop my name.
Oh yeah.
All right. So here we go. I only tell you because your buddy here said my name would shock you based on my ethnic background. Well,
just remember, Marty, we're live.
We're live. We're not in a private. We're not private.
I know. Just don't.
Hey
drop
guys,
my
I gotta go.
All right,
oh shit! Later, Chagrin.
Bye, Chagrin.
Yeah, Chagrin.
All right. Bye, guys.
Later, Chagrin.
Bye.
There's probably a good chance we'll still be here.
Yep.
Maybe not Marty.
Yeah, I do have to leave in a handful of minutes, but my real first and middle name is in your inbox, and knowing my ethnic background, you should think this is the funniest thing ever. I know, right?
Well, paste it in chat. Paste it in chat, at least in the internal chat.
Well, Marty, you're
well,
like
he doesn't know you. He doesn't know you, Sovereign.
You're part native, part cracker, right?
He doesn't know me.
Yes, I am part native.
I'm gonna go on his show or whatever. How does he not know me?
Well, maybe he'll tell you then. But yeah, y'all should totally do that, and I would so be down to listen because even though Sovereign and I have already talked a little bit, or he's educated me a little bit about ANCAP, I still could probably stand to hear more. So if y'all get that together, man, I'll definitely be there.
ANCAPism is good. People think we just want to watch the world burn, but we just want it to smolder a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't even want to get into that conversation because I'll start talking about roads and a return to feudalism and
roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yeah, I myself am libertarian, right? But I'm in the center of that bottom right square. So you guys are further down and further
give it 6
right.
months.
No. I don't see myself crossing that line.
Come on, Sovereign. You've been trying to convince me for a while now, and I still haven't moved an inch.
Hey, man, I'm delusional. That's why I'm an ANCAP.
Yeah. Not arguing. Not arguing. No, there was a bar I used to go to for a while that every Sunday night there would be a bunch of ANCAPs there, and it was just the most hilarious thing because the people that were there were invariably either ANCAPs, Satanists, or liberals.
You would be surprised how often all three of those meet in the middle.
Oh, what I see. I'm not surprised because I saw it in real life, in the flesh, and it was pretty intense. It was great, but the ANCAPs were always really they seemed like the craziest lot who wanted to just get angry over everybody else's opinion the most. It was like they were the most fervent about yelling at people. It was really weird.
I'm not arguing with you here.
Nice. Excuse me. So, Annie, you said it's 4 a.m. where you are?
Yeah.
Have you been to bed at all?
Yes. I slept for a little, but I woke up.
Are you above the Arctic Circle? That's a serious question.
Technically, Finland is on the Arctic Circle.
Because you got some daylight out there. Jesus.
Wait, isn't like Svalbard somewhere near you or something?
What?
That's
Svalbard. Isn't that where the seed bank is up there, really close to the Arctic Circle? Actually,
it's not too close. Actually, it takes it's like something like
an hour trek via
1,000 kilometers or something.
1,000 meters. Yeah, 1,000 kilometers via dog sled.
Yeah, technically.
Just one thing, Ani, before I hate to interrupt you. You're a sweetheart, and I heart you and all that fun stuff. But I have got to go. Thanks for having me on, Pooh.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Fuck what, I wanted you in on the joke, and I trust you, so I dropped my first and middle name in your DMs too.
Okay.
But but I have got to go. Again, thanks for having me on, and sorry for interrupting you, Annie. You guys have a good one.
Later, Marty.
Yeah, later, Marty.
Later, man.
So, man, I actually hope. I'm sorry, Ani. Go ahead.
Yeah, and here it's like we call it nightless night. During the summer.
Yep.
It's basically we have dark for an hour.
Yeah.
Per night.
I'm already an insomniac, and that would just freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
South Georgia with some Tennessee and Kentucky backwood heritage. Nobody wants that.
I don't want that.
No one.
I don't even want that on a loose bar night.
Hey, I don't blame me. Russell, how the hell you been doing, man?
Doing good. This is my second stream tonight.
Oh, geez, you're just making the rounds, aren't you? Did you come from Beard Barians?
No, I was on Cornelius Valentinius' stream.
I don't follow that guy. I really should.
Kay has been trying to get me on a stream for like 2 months or something, and I haven't. It's always the timing is so bad.
Yeah, he has a habit of streaming when everyone else is.
He does it on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm usually I'm at like moderating some chats and stuff while other people are streaming, so yeah, always fits like on the slot when I was supposed to be somewhere else. It's fucked up.
So, Sovereign, I lied, man. If we wanted to give a good sampling of what Pal Talk Cancer is, we actually would have to go to Faxmo Demo's room.
I don't even know what.
I don't know that the general audiences in YouTube would be apt to hear something like that without blowing their brains out. So, just for the safety of our viewers, let's not go that far.
There were English words that came out of your mouth, but none of them made sense together.
This is how I convince people I'm intelligent.
Well, just like, what's the thing? And then there's like a place, and you go to a thing, but you don't want to go there because it's cancer. I don't know any of these places or things.
Yeah, like I said. Oh, actually, I don't know if you were here. We both enjoy a voice forum called Pal Talk.
A voice forum.
That's my equivalent of it, right? It's like Discord. You got Discord. You got voice rooms that you can join and leave. And
I looked at Discord and I just saw a headache.
Well, in this case, you're limited to one person talking at a time. In most cases, and there's moderators in the rooms and things like that, so that it makes it a little more bearable. But there are some really whacked out people out there, and when I say whacked out, I mean far left, far right, and when I say far right, I mean like they're just to the right of Hitler, right? Yeah, they're all there.
Both sides are trying to manage your dreams and your genitals at the same time.
Correct. So he's an end cap. That drives me crazy, right?
Just to put it out there, like, I took the political compass test once a year, and I know it's got a lot of flaws, but my thing of it is I'm a -7.5, -7.5 on both axes. I am that far left and that far anti-authoritarian.
So you're basically on like almost ANCOM, right?
Oh, almost. But the thing of it is what I want to regulate corporations to where they can't perform malfeasance in any kind of way, shape, or form, yet create the optimal amount of opportunity for people to succeed within a nominally capitalist society.
Well, those kind of fly in the face of each other.
I don't think they do. I really don't. I actually think that large multinational corporations are the bane of humanity.
I got an idea for you. If you remove the capability to incorporate and limit people's liability, that would make them more reachable, don't you think?
It would, but I think that what needs to be actually managed more is size, scope, and the ability to exploit the basically the accumulation of capital as opposed to the participation of that capital within an economy. Because there's so many people and so many organizations that just sit on capital and accumulate capital and never use it. And when you combine that with fiat currency, it is just a recipe for fucking disaster. Well, and one thing I agree with libertarians on really hardcore is that fiat currency.
I just lost control of my Hangout.
Hey man, we're talking about a political discussion. Everyone step back, okay? This might get dangerous.
But I totally agree with a lot of hardcore right libertarians that fiat currency, that the Federal Reserve System and all this stuff is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
And I think that's the core of it.
You're talking about the size and scope of corporations. If you removed that limited liability, which is a grant of the government, by the way, right? The government grants liability, you would make them much more touchable. And by making them touchable, right, you're actually automatically limiting their size, because the second they do something that impacts you, courtrooms are us. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And I think that one of the things about that, though, that because limited liability law came out, like I went and read about it because I'm looking at becoming a LLC. One of the things about limited liability law is it really is good at protecting small businesses. So I think LLCs should not go away for businesses that employ less than like 200 people. But if you're employing more than that, you're getting into risky situations.
Okay, let's actually shelve this talk, because this is whose chat, and I don't want to hijack it.
Yeah, no, we can get into the weeds with this pretty easily.
We can. And what did that guy say? Did that guy say Tuesday?
Yeah, I think
you might want to join that, Otha. We'll have a good chat.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, Marty streams on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Marty. All right, yeah. I don't know if okay, yeah. I'll talk to Marty about it.
I think Marty is on Minds if you want to try him there. I think it's at Martius with a V.
Oh, he's on Twitter now again.
Yeah, but Sovereign's not.
Oh,
I don't like the Twitter.
I got back on it because I got to promote a product eventually, and that's actually promoting myself. I am the product.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, Minds, and Gab.
Okay, so I'm going to give you... Well, you can probably see my presentation here, right?
I'm seeing it. Somebody was doing the political compass test for a minute.
I'm going to see if I can find Marty's right now while you're on there with his name.
Yeah, that's me actually doing the political compass test. I keep telling myself I'm going to do it, and then I forget to do it.
It's got some pretty hardcore flaws, because I think that it equates some things that are not actually on the axis to being on the axis, and I don't know.
Well, not to mention that some of the questions can be a little too general.
Yes, that might be the focus, though, because it was initially thought up, and it's like 10 years old now or something. It was initially thought up to help people in the West, particularly in the Anglosphere, in the United States, Canada, and the UK, to try to navigate what the actual positions of their candidates were when they're going to elections. And that was very helpful, actually, initially, because you started seeing things like, well, you know, almost every single presidential candidate we've had is right of center for the last 30 years.
Man, you know, I don't know.
Barack Obama was right of center.
Barack Obama was right of center when it came, especially when it came to Wall Street. Very much right of center.
But that's just protecting his interest, right?
Yeah.
In order to maintain his presidency, he can't dump on the companies.
Yeah, I know.
That's what gets you elected.
Well, one of the things, because I used to work in politics as a side job. I've worked as an illustrator and an animator since 1994. But when you're a freelancer, sometimes you don't get paid for like 90 days. So you have to have a day job sometimes. And one of the things I did was,
at all.
Yeah. So one of the things I did was I worked in politics, and one of the things I came to see from the inside of campaigns and from the inside of action committees, as well as just like advocacy groups and doing surveys and like all this kind of shit. One of the things I ended up seeing a lot was just like the only people that can get to the top are people who are in the pocket of somebody else. It doesn't matter what their ideology is on paper. All of them speak to the same people and get their money from the same fucking people, and it doesn't really matter.
Well, Falcon seems to think that Clinton sure as hell wasn't right of center.
Hey, he sold off virgin timber to the fucking lumber industry that was supposedly protected under the Parks Act that Nixon put forward, of all people. You know,
well,
so
again, I think that goes back to what Sovereign just said, because Clinton was looking for a payout on that, and that unto itself, at least in my estimation, doesn't make him a right of center. That just makes him
the first rule of every government: no man rules alone, and you need allies, and those allies need to be rich and powerful, or you're going to have a hard time.
Yep, and it's a sad fact, and I think the project of civilization is to try to get away from that to a certain degree, and get to a point where we're representing people instead of corporations.
I'm in ANCAP, you see, no government, no problem.
That's the baby in the bathwater, man.
Well, I happen to not like babies as well as bathwater. So.
I like.
You better get used to that, man.
Hey, man,
I know.
Don't bum me out.
Oh.
No, I got a kid on the way. I'm actually really happy about it. I'm excited. Future ANCAP in the world.
Hey, you know what? You just keep this in mind. All children rebel.
Dude, I will be the most authoritarian parent ever. That will guarantee he will be an ANCAP.
You'll guarantee that there'll be an anarcho-communist.
Hey, look, as long as anarcho goes in front of it, we can.
You've got a starting place.
Just carve into the crib. Taxation back.
Oh shit.
Yes.
That's like the God joke, but funnier.
Yeah. Yeah, I get to do that here because, you know, out in the real world, when people say God or Jesus, I go, yeah. But here, you know, it's not expected, so it is funny.
So who? Mm-hmm. I'm not familiar with anything you've done, really. And what I would like to
he just called you a nobody on your own channel, man.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Even if he did, I'm not in disagreement.
I'm messing around. Everybody, calm down. Calm down.
But what I would but I did read. I read your profile, and we had a little conversation about how we're on the opposite side of a lot of things and how it really doesn't fucking matter.
That's right.
Oh shit, my God.
Crap. No, wait. We have to go all feminazi now. If you guys are on opposite sides, you have to hate each other. You have to hate each other and then call each other garbage humans.
Okay, I'm going to start muting people real quick here.
Call them a garbage human first.
All right, no. Okay,
because I'm not a feminist. I'm not any of those things. I'm just left.
I'm shut up, playing, man. I'm playing.
Everybody, shut up. Magog has entered the chat, and damn it, I want to hear from our wizard lord.
I have nothing to say to you. You're a piece of shit.
Seriously, who talks to the toilet?
Every drunk woman I've ever known.
And people with digestive issues.
Yes, Crohn's disease.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! If you'd only been here almost just a little under an hour ago, man, you missed the intro, the stream intro.
Oh,
yeah, you played a large part in it, man.
Did I?
You did, very much
well,
so.
I'm not flattered at all.
Okay, well that's fine. It wasn't a matter of flattery. It was a matter of making a sacrifice to the Magog of Marscore.
Marscar.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
Oh man, I just got bogged down with studies, man. But I actually started writing a prayer to Magog last week, and then I got sidetracked, so I didn't get to finish it.
Yes, that's become a thing. Apparently, somebody invented a religion called Magoganism.
Oh, really?
Worship me!
I get a 40% cut.
You got to get in line behind failure.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Failure gets to 80%, so you're going to get 40% of 20%. I don't know.
Somebody told me it was your very first stream, so I thought I'd come by and say hello.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in, Magog. It's always a pleasure to see and hear you. Well, I guess we're hearing you more than we're seeing today.
Yes, well, I've had a lot of shit to do.
Yes.
Finished an episode and it's uploading right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I'd say, okay, so if I may...
what channel is this on?
What channel is what on?
Skinemax.
It's on HuFlungPoo's channel.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Oh.
It's not included in your trans-dimensional cable package.
I think I saw it one time, but it looks shitty.
Wait a damn minute. I thought I was supposed to be here with all the shit puns. That's okay. I'm taking a break tonight.
Yeah,
but man,
it is my job tonight, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. That's fine. I don't mind giving
shit,
it.
Guy.
Your attitude is real shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey, go eat yourself.
Have you seen my content, for the love of God?
Yeah, it's great. Dude, man, the freaking
that last minute here. Oh my God.
Cringe song, was it Songs and Cringe of Ire? Or is it have I got that reversed?
Yeah, it's a song of cringe and ire. Yes, I work with Free Press of Kazakhstan. In the last episode, we had a guest narrator, the one, the only, Undoomed.
It was great.
I predicted that would happen.
Yes, praise Keck. That was great, dude. I mean, I think that will probably be my favorite of the of your series. Although the ones with Poe are pretty entertaining also. I mean, basically it's all entertaining, but I really dug the Songs of Cringe and Ire.
Well, people are hit or miss on Poe, Like sometimes, like most people who watch Poe are like, oh, I love Poe. And then sometimes I'll get one of those comments where like, this dead bird's stupid. It's the same shit every day. Fucking hate it. And I'm like, well, now watch it. Why are you here?
Well, hell, if they think that's the same shit every day, they really need to come to my channel.
No shit.
Exactly. No, plenty shit. So, so Magog, I guess you didn't see the shit that Otho had drawn yet, have you?
I heard he was doing something for you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that completed. I'm actually trying to find it here real quick because it's actually really great. I mean, the first time he just showed me the sketch of it, I just about died laughing. It was so funny. Let's see here.
Well, Otho's a very good artist, and I think his best work has got to be, Magog.
Of course.
I wore the Magog shirt out last night to go see Spider-Man. It's pretty fun.
How is that out? I didn't know it was
out.
out.
Yeah, it came out last night.
There it is, Magog.
Yes.
Up there, yes, in the giant.
Oh, they did a proper reboot of Spider-Man. I see.
It was
I'm gonna have to go watch that.
It was fan-fucking-tastic. There are no other Spider-Man movies. There are no other Spider-Man movies.
Fox sucked at making movies, so I'm going to go with the Marvel.
It was Sony that had the rights to Spider-Man, though. But yeah.
It was
Are we really going to have this argument again, Sovereign? We talked about this the other night.
Whatever. Fox, Sony, they're all the damn same.
It's not Disney Marvel.
Well, Otha, maybe you can. He says he believes me, but I kind of doubt that he does. So we were getting he and I were getting into this argument about whether or not Marvel is directly involved in the X-Men films.
I said you're right. I said you're right.
Yeah,
I believe you.
I don't believe that you believe me.
No, I really do. But the question is, you got to bring in someone involved in the original comics to get the gist of it, right?
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that either. They didn't bring any consultants on. They didn't bring Chris
Claremont. Not one.
No, they didn't bring Chris Claremont on. They didn't bring any of these people.
Oh, then, but they still managed to make a good movie. Well, more power to them.
Well, the thing is that Bryan Singer, in my opinion, has never done a good X-Men movie.
I think Part 2 was okay. I think the second X2 was okay. I think there were some good scenes in it. I don't think it was a great movie, but X-Men was my favorite comic book growing up in the 1980s. That was my thing. That was my jam.
Yeah.
And looking at the movies, I'm just like, none of them really get me. The most X-Men, as far as comic books goes, the most X-Men movie was the X-Men Apocalypse, and it was terrible.
It really was.
It's almost like the Quicksilver scene was awesome.
It was fun.
Both movies with anytime Quicksilver was involved was a good watch. That's about it. I mean, First Class of all the X-Men movies, I think is the best one.
I think that movie could have just been boiled down to Magneto and Xavier, and they just didn't even need anyone else. But they shoehorned all this stuff in, and it made the plot really messy. Like the first time that Xavier and Magneto encounter each other is like in the water, conveniently in some weird situation. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, the thing is, the thing that really got this is probably very minute, but the thing that really got me to enjoy that X-Men film was that it did not center on Wolverine in the slightest.
Yeah.
Because every X-Men movie to me was, except for First Class, was a Wolverine movie.
Yeah, I like Wolverine. I love him. He's like one of my favorite superheroes ever. But I think they've depended way too much on him, especially because of Hugh Jackman. And I think they've turned him into a bitch over the last 20 years. Like they've turned him into
in this latest movie, didn't he end up playing a nursemaid, for Christ's sake?
Yeah, he did. Well, that was fine. The elements that were bad about that movie had to do more with like, so this woman who's a nurse at a private facility has a professionally edited video of handheld material on her phone. Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah, like she's sitting here walking around with her damn cell phone, and nobody bats an eye at it.
Maybe she has a YouTube channel.
She's using some kind of film editing.
Like the coolest thing in retrospect about the Logan movie was like the film.
It was actually good.
It was very enjoyable while it was there, and those weird automated semi trucks were fucking crazy. It was awesome. It was horrifying about the future. The self-driving semi trucks. Oh god, it was scary.
That's what trains are for.
I don't know, but yeah, the Fox movies and the Sony movies, like watching the new Spider-Man last night. I'm not giving anything away, but Tom Holland is Peter fucking Parker.
Well, he was always meant to be a young guy. I never know what the fuck they were thinking with that Toby dude.
Yeah, I thought the first Spider-Man movie with Sam Raimi was okay, but like. This just it redefines everything. I never watched the James Garfield ones. Never watched any of those.
I watched some of the cartoons. Garfield wasn't in any of them.
I watched some of the cartoons.
Or whatever.
The best line I remember is
Andrew Garfield. Whatever. Yeah, the fucking Garfield guy. His name's Garfield. His name's fucking Garfield.
One of the cartoons I watched had the best fucking quote in it. Right. Peter Parker's going to see Aunt May. She's in the hospital, and he tells her, "Oh my God, Aunt May, I'm Spider-Man." And her response is like totally chill. She's like, well, As long as you don't dress like that nut from Gotham City.
You'll love this movie then. You love because there's a thing. There's a thing. All right, yeah. Magog.
What?
You were gonna say something.
Yes, but I was rudely interrupted by shit.
Oh,
that wasn't me, dude.
That was probably me.
You're all shit.
He's still not wrong.
Oh.
No. Okay, Magog, let me clarify something for you. You know, you have your Magogonites, I have my Dingleberries.
Oh, that is clever. That is clever. That is clever.
Oh no.
See,
and the highest ranking of them have crowns of corn.
Breathe, man, breathe.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
My corn is yellow dent, as you can see.
Oh shit.
Goddamn GMOs.
I know, man. You know,
I was gonna say Andrew Garfield was gonna play Spider-Man again, but he put in his contract that he would want Spider-Man to be gender fluid. And Mary Jane, he wanted to be a dude because he'd thought that maybe Peter Parker was so sad after Gwen Stacy's death that he would just I don't know, go gay or something. And even Sony was like, listen, we're progressive, but I don't think people are going to buy into that. Nobody can imagine Spider-Man just taking a dick in the ass. This isn't going to work.
Well, Marvel's kind of done that to them in the comics over the last 5 years. Oh my god.
Doc Ock show up to fight Spider-Man in the middle of it and just be like, I am here to just, wow! Oh god, that I'm not getting that image out of my head. And then he'd go to all the rest of the villains and be like, you guys won't believe what I saw. And they'd be like, what? Be like, I totally just saw Spider-Man getting fucked in the ass by a ginger.
Are we doing a cross company
Copper Cab
with Jimmy Olsen or something? And
Copper Cab.
Jimmy Olsen fucking Peter Parker in the ass.
No, it's funnier with Copper Cab. Holy shit, Copper. Do you know who Copper Cab is?
I know who he is, but I have avoided seeing any of his work.
Good call. But man, some of it you're just kind of like, it's almost like a train wreck, you know? You can't help. But okay, so back when the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire came out, this was back when I was still trying to buy comics here and there. I was in the local comic book store, and we started talking about, hey man, did you like that Spider-Man movie? Yeah, I dug it pretty good. The comic book store guy's like, you know, there's one problem I really have with that movie. Oh yeah, what's that, buddy? Okay, well, you know, he gets bitten by a genetically modified spider, right? So and by that, his DNA merges with this spider's DNA, right? Well, why the hell are these webbing glands on his wrists instead of his ass?
Yep. Well, and you know who addressed that? The Venture Brothers. You ever see the Venture Brothers episode? It takes place in New York City, where they've got a Spider-Man character, and he shoots webs out of his ass.
No, wait, didn't they change that? So the current one, the one you just saw, aren't those just chemicals like he made? Like,
oh yeah, in the new one, it's going back to the original thing of it being chemistry.
I think it was the last the Andrew Garfield ones too.
Okay, I wouldn't doubt it, but yeah, the new ones, it's totally like, yeah, we're doing the chemistry web shooters thing.
Yeah, they did that in the others, but you know,
who cares?
It was just shit.
Stuff.
I just want it to be known that I had absolutely nothing to do with those movies.
Well, now they can always just conveniently throw up that, oh, I'm out of web, even though he hadn't used them throughout the whole movie.
Oh no, they get into it. They get into some like what it's called. They get into clip logic. They get into clip logic with like as though it's firearms, and he's switching them out all the time and stuff. Hey,
this came in a while ago. I'm just now seeing it. Magog, Marty asked if you were able to get that guy on. Or
No,
were you
it's-
able to get him off? I
No,
don't know.
it's no. Marty's asking how we got you on here, Magog.
Oh, how did you get that guy on? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see.
I'm glad I've gone into debt tens of thousands of dollars in getting an advanced degree just so I could learn how to not read.
Well, I knew this was happening because Marty messaged me, and he was like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Fuck off!" And he was like, "Hey, do you want to get on Pooh's stream?" And I was like, "No!" And he was like, "But he gives you money." And I was like, "Well, that's true."
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what it's been all about, is buying favor and getting people on my stream. It's never been about helping anybody out. Marty, go fuck yourself.
I will have to have you all on my official Magog live streams when I start them. I have it all figured out, ready to go. I just need to run a few more tests. Might even do a test stream sometime tonight or this weekend sometime. I don't know.
The first test stream was pretty fun.
Yes, good times. But this time it'll be with OBS and with all the magic of production of the Magog of Moscow channel.
Have you seen that Jeff Holliday's been putting up OBS lessons?
Yes, he's helped me out quite a bit.
I need to start watching those. I saw that he'd been doing it.
He actually did a really good couple of videos on it already. I pointed HuFlung that way, but he's resistive to change.
No, dude, I've tried working with it a little bit, and I'm just like, oh, fuck it. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, when your body is so malleable, you have to wait until everything congeals and dries before you can do anything. And
but by the time that happens, I'm white and brittle.
Yeah, and change requires more moisture. There's like effort going on in other directions.
Yes, of course. It's very. This turned gross.
Well, I can't remember how long ago it was, but I happened to be in a live stream with Miss Misa, and when I got in there, we talked a little bit. I started making my poo jokes, and then she started asking everybody what their favorite kind of poo was.
Their favorite. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What's your favorite kind of poo? She asked, and even I didn't want to have that conversation.
My favorite kind is the one that when you take a shit, you go and wipe, and there's nothing to wipe because you're still clean. Like,
clean. The no wipe, yeah.
Let's do that real quick. Hold on.
No.
Let's see the poopy list.
My favorite kind is the kind that doesn't happen after spicy food.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone that doesn't happen after spicy food.
Okay, shall I present or read?
Do present, man. Come on, bring it.
I'm with Magog. This is gross.
I'm glad that it come up at this time because I actually have to go and eat.
You have to go eat.
My dinner is here.
Oh, yeah, you can't have that.
And soon you two will have a favorite on the list.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Magog, I certainly do.
Fresh fried kobold.
Yes. Very good that you started streaming yourself. And good luck, and love to come on again sometime, or at least have you on one of mine.
I would love to be there and have you back also.
Take care, Magog.
Yep, it was good seeing you again, Arnie and Cap.
Laters.
Who's that, Fuckwad?
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Fuckwad, what's up?
The Kekistani Mage.
Yes.
Wait, that's you.
That's me. Yes. Yeah. I'm taking over.
Okay.
And Otha, always good.
Yes. And indeed.
All right, Pooh. We'll catch you guys later.
All right, take care. Okay, so the poopy list. Who is unfamiliar with the poopy list?
I am unfamiliar.
All right, so
same here.
Okay, so the first one we have here is ghost poopy. The kind where you feel the poopy come out, but there is no poopy in the toilet.
That's weird.
Clean poopy. The kind where you poopy it out, see it in the toilet, but there is nothing on the toilet paper.
There you go. That's my favorite. That's my vote right there.
This is probably one of the worst ones. The wet poopy. The kind where you wipe your butt 50 times and it still feels unwiped. So you have to put some toilet paper between your butt and underwear so you won't ruin them with stains.
In our house,
Or
we call
use
that the
bidet.
Everwipe. We do not have bidets as a ubiquity in the U.S. We do not have them.
Yeah.
We need
You have
them. I would
showers?
love to have a bidet in my house. That'd be awesome.
I don't even want to know why.
I have friends who have one, and
It's for washing your nethers, man.
Yeah. That might be what normal people use it for, Sovereign. But you, on the other hand,
Well, you know, I'm gonna have a kid on the way, so I'm gonna need a place to like bathe them, right?
just make sure you check the water pressure first. Okay, second wave poopy. This happens when you're done poopying and you've pulled up your pants to your knees and you realize that you have to poopy some more.
That happens a lot, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the worst one.
I've never had that. That's never happened to me.
What?
That's the worst one to have in a public place.
No.
Seriously.
No. We're getting to the one that is the worst one to have in the public place.
Oh dear Lord.
Pop a vein in your forehead poopy. The kind where you strain so much to get it out, you practically have a stroke. Gassy poopy.
That's the one. That's the worst to have in a public place.
The sonic
gassy
dump.
poopy.
No, I disagree. It's so noisy that everyone within earshot starts giggling. Drink it, poopy.
You don't think that's the worst to have in a public toilet?
Nope.
I mean, that's pretty nasty.
No. In public, that's not the worst to have in public.
The noisy ones, like I've only seen that in movies.
Who does number 2 work for?
Try
Like
eating a 5-pound bag of wasabi peas and see
like there was that sign at there's scene at the college in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle where the two cute girls they were talking to are suddenly in the bathroom having a like loud shit competition between their stalls, and it's like that's just so fucking unreal. Like I'm a guy and it's fucking unreal.
Okay, corn poopy, self-explanatory.
Yes.
All right, I'm actually going to skip to the one that I think is actually the worst. It is the surprise poopy. You're not even at the toilet because you are sure you're about to fart, but oops, a poopy.
That's a shart. That's a shart.
Yeah.
I think their dependence on the word poopy for nomenclature has mischaracterized many of these categories.
Well, this is also 20, 30 something years old.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not good. But then when it's like if you have to poop again and you've already gotten up and out, there's not gonna be another bathroom. Like that's fucked up, you know.
Oh man.
In my opinion.
I don't know how they do it in Finland, but we usually have multiple stalls here in the US.
So do we, but female bathrooms are always fucking full. That's just how
I
it
don't
goes.
doubt that. I don't doubt that. We
have gender neutral bathrooms now.
There's so many people, like so many comedians and stuff, who make jokes about how the women's bathroom is going to be cleaner than the men's bathroom because men are so gross.
Bullshit.
That's the opposite.
Every single woman I've known, every single woman I've dated, every single one night stand I've had, if a conversation comes up about a public bathroom, it always is like the women's bathroom's covered in blood and shit, and it smells horrible.
It's because women hover; they don't sit on the seat. They like hover over it. And they'll splatter everywhere.
Oh God.
It's fucking stupid how some people do it. And here, like, my mom is a cleaning lady, and she actually like she's always like, the fucking girls' bathrooms are so disgusting, and I was like, yeah, okay, fine, but when I went to work with her for a week during school, and she was like, I saw it, and I was like, what the fuck? The guys actually know how to do it. Like, what the
See, that's because men have unwritten rules to going to the bathroom, believe it or not. Like, you don't use the stall unless you absolutely have to. You know, no talking during the urinal time.
That's not universal across the country. I've traveled across the country. I've traveled from both the East Coast to the West Coast, and depending on where you go, male bathrooms are actually very talkative.
Are you serious? People talk at the fucking urinals?
People talk.
Yeah, they do.
That's really weird, dude.
No, it's not
really weird.
It's weird to somebody who lives in an area or who has never left an area where it's like that. Here in the Midwest, people don't even want to acknowledge there's another human being. However,
I'm in the Midwest, so yeah.
However, all up and down the West Coast, and in Florida, and in places basically anywhere where
the left coast.
You say that, but like have been to Oregon a few times, and outside of Portland, everything's super fucking militia right wing. It's crazy. So yeah, like you go to these places basically where there's any sort of hardcore party culture, it's way crazier. And I live in Minneapolis. I've been to Chicago a bunch of times, or I actually live in St. Paul now, but I grew up in Minneapolis, and I grew up in North Minneapolis, which was like the most fucked up part of Minneapolis. But anywhere you get a crazy party culture that actually the economy depends on the party culture, you run into people who talk in the fucking bathroom. You'll run into it probably in parts of Texas, wherever there's a fucking beach, like anywhere. Like you're going to run into these anywhere there's party culture that's hardcore. New Orleans, anywhere, it's going to be people talking to each other in the restroom. And they're probably going to say fucked up shit to each other.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've listened to a conversation in men's bathroom about their shits. Like, I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
This is really inconsistent. Can you describe its lack of consistency to me?
Kind of orgy.
But then there are lumps.
That's the kind of poo description that needs to be thrown out there. Is the one where you actually get the first one out of your ass is solid poo, and then it's the rest of it's just like all paste.
Yeah,
that's gross.
That's usually ejecta. Yeah.
Oh. Well, again, Sovereign, you better get used to the poop.
That's gross. You know what's scary? I was reading one of those baby books, and it's like the first poop that comes out of your kid is going to be like tar, and you shouldn't be scared. And I'm like, holy crap! If I didn't know that, and my kid pooped something that looked like fucking tar, I'd be driving him to the hospital.
They've been holding on to it for 9 months. Dude.
No, actually,
there's nothing
holy. In the placenta, they actually shit and then eat it.
Yeah. It's in circulation, so it gets really dark.
Wow.
Really? I don't know why I always had it in my head that they just kind of, let their bowels go while they were still in the womb.
But what bowel? They're not eating anything. There's no bacteria in there for them to produce
they get
fecal
the
matter.
nutrition through the female.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I think I had just heard that once.
I thought that comes later. I really did. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not a biologist or anything, so I don't know. But I was under the impression that it's sterile in the womb, so there's no bacteria to produce fecal matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that babies are gross and childbirth is disgusting. I've been turned off of it pretty much altogether.
Yeah. For a person who will never have kids, I know way too much about them.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Like one of my family friends, when she had her second child, I got, I was a teenager and I got called, oh, come to the hospital, all this stuff. I got there and her birthing room was empty and it was just covered in blood. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? And it was like, oh, she had a split. It was the most disgusting thing. It was the smell and the look of it. It was just fucking nasty. And I was just like,
sounds
nothing.
crazy.
No, yeah. People have the split down to the fucking anus from pushing that shit out sometimes. It's ugh.
Yeah, if it's the first kid, it's actually very common because of the tightness around there.
Especially if you don't have the hips.
You guys are not making me look forward to this. Seriously.
There is nothing I could say to make you look forward to it. Like I've got several nephews and nieces, and all of it looks like a headache to me. They're very nice kids, but yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm too old for them now. You know, I'm still capable of impregnating somebody. I just don't want the responsibility of a kid at my age anymore. You know, if I was about even 10 years younger, I'd still be interested, but not so much anymore.
Oh, you can't be much older than me. You can't be.
I'll be 45 in October.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're a couple of years older than me. I'm going to be 41 at the end of the month.
You guys are old. You're both old.
Yeah, Sovereign. But the difference is that you act old.
Yes.
I have an old soul. You know, I just want to get home and chill. And
you're a curmudgeon by the age of 30.
Hell yeah! Get off my land.
I'm still a hedonistic man whore who will do all kinds of fucked up shit and ruin my life. So,
well, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
You don't look 40, actually.
Oh yeah, you. I guess you saw my photo. Yeah. Well, I stay healthy. I work out and shit. I haven't worked out over the last few months because I had a sprained ankle over the winter, and getting back into the situation is kind of hard. But yeah, no, I try to stay healthy, and my family has a habit of looking young way into their old age. It's weird. My uncle died in his late 60s just a few years ago, and he still had barely any gray hair, and he was ripped like a fucking barbarian. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who actually, when I met him, I guessed his age around 27. Mm-hmm. He's turning now 45, I think.
Jesus. Yeah, no, it happens to people.
He's actually still looks like he's around 30s, and it's fucking weird.
I still get ID'd on the basis of the way I look instead of people looking for DUI and all that kind of shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's all right. So, who here besides Sovereign? Because I already know the answer to this. Who here games?
Well, I did up until last fall, but I have not had time to game since last fall.
Okay, are you master race or peasant?
I am a PC person. I run a Windows 7 machine for my work machine.
The master race.
Last time I was playing WildStar, which I really enjoyed. I like MMOs and I like RPGs in general, as well as tabletop.
I'm sorry.
As well as tabletop, I like tabletop a lot too.
All right.
Yay.
So, what are you talking, like board games?
No, I'm talking like
Dungeon Masters and shit like that, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm actually designing a tabletop RPG in my spare time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've only ever played Dungeons and Dragons once. And I think my opponents gave me that win. I'm okay. You know, it was a one and done deal. You know, I had fun doing it, but when it was all said and done, I was just like, yeah, that was fun. I don't think I'll ever do it again.
I played D&D once where the dungeon master was actually really, really fucking creative, and we played for like an hour and a half, and all of a sudden we realized that we were like on the fucking holodeck of a spaceship. And it went a whole other way just out of nowhere. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's cyberpunk kind of D&D. I've played that before.
Interesting.
Yeah, would have never thought of it. Man, I've totally been forgetting about the chat. Looks like we lost Falcon Millennial. Lord only knows if Marty's still here.
How many people are in chat? I only see a couple of
people.
Well,
we're down to one viewer now.
Well, that's
Actually, that might be me.
No, I think it's Matthew. Matthew just put in the chat that he misses tabletop.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, Matthew Singer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I love tabletop. I haven't played D&D in about 4 or 5 years, something like that. But I've usually kept a game up here and there over my life. Whether it's D&D or Palladium games like Rifts and stuff like that, or Hero System or something like all.
Were you ever a WoW player?
No, I couldn't get around it, man. I'm a snob about art. No, I could. I hate the aesthetic of it. I hate the giant hands and the tiny heads. I hate the way it looks. So I could never play it.
I actually ex-boyfriend of mine tried to get me into it back in the day, and I was like, no, I don't want to. Like, what the fuck? And he was like, but we could get married there. I'm like, hell no.
That's weird.
I'm not. No. And I told him, it's either the fucking game or me.
Yeah.
Always the woman's ultimatum.
I like MMOs just fine. It's just I have to have a certain graphical aesthetic, a certain verisimilitude level. It either has to look super cartoony in a way that's entertaining to me, or it has to be like naturalistic. Like I love the way Guild Wars 2 looks. I played that for a couple of years, and it got way too far into the competition side of it. It turned into an esport really quick, and it made the rest of the game suck. But that game looks amazing. Like I love the aesthetic of Guild Wars 2, and I played WildStar, which has like somewhere between like Disney and Don Bluth kind of aesthetic. I really liked that. It had a very animation aesthetic, but I did not like World of Warcraft. It just looked too like that really trashy intersection between post-graffiti cartooning and wannabe manga in a way that I just did not want to deal with.
Yeah, see, for me, PC, and I agree. You know, I love Don Bluth. I mean, there were a couple of games that used Don Bluth animation, and this is like early to mid '80s. It was Dragon's Lair and
Dragon's Lair is great. Yep, yeah.
And you know, you can actually get both of those games on your Android device.
I don't doubt it.
And
nothing beats really Ultima games. You guys ever play any of those?
Ultima.
I played Ultima 2 on the Commodore 64. That sucked.
Wow, you go almost all the way back.
Yeah. I had a friend who had a Commodore 64, and I late at night I'd be hanging out at his house on the weekends when he'd fall asleep and play his Ultima 2. Have my own save.
All right, it's time for the dick measuring part. I had a Sinclair ZX, man.
Holy
now what?
Shit. That's pretty awesome. I didn't have anything until all right. So by the time the Super Nintendo was just about to come out, I owned my first video game system, and it was an Atari 2600.
Yeah, those were amazing machines for the time. Like, no joke.
Yeah, not amazing in 1992. Not quite amazing.
No, but they were for their time. They were amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, and the games weren't too complicated. Like, they were amazing, but still not like too complicated. Like nowadays, looking at something like Final Fantasy or something like that, they get way too into the story, and there's way too much things happening all the time in the newer games.
It depends. I think there was
speaking of the Atari 2600, who here who had one knew how to do this thing that was called jinxing Space Invaders?
No, I never heard of this.
Okay, so there was if you remember, if you ever played Space Invaders for Atari 2600, it was just single shot, and you'd only get a reload once the shot ran off the screen or you hit something.
Yep.
Well, there was a little trick you could do to the Atari 2600 where you could get double fire. And how you did this is that you turned the game on and hit the reset switch at the same time, and it would give you double fire.
Oh.
And that was probably the best way to play the game and flip the score. It was great. But, you know, as far as my PC gaming, like, it was funny. When WoW first came out, a friend of mine in Canada was like, "Oh, you should really play WoW." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what does it involve?" Well, you have to buy the game, and then you have to pay X amount of money a month to play online. And I was just, fuck that. I'm not paying extra money on top of the game to play online.
No.
And what do I do almost 15 years later? I buy a PS4 and play Destiny and just about every fucking thing else online.
No. And you have to pay for the PSN or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. Yep. But you know, for me, PC gaming usually revolved around either some form of Command and Conquer game or Doom. Those are about the only games I would ever play.
Well, I didn't actually own a Windows machine for a long time. But I lived in this house, this really weird house in 99, 2000 that had a whole network, a whole LAN network that was run through the whole fucking house that had computer terminals in every single bedroom. And we played Counter-Strike when it first came out. And that was like my first kind of group gaming thing with a first-person shooter. It was really great. Other than that, I was a console guy because for a really long time I used Apples for my work computers. And it wasn't until about 2010 until I switched over to having a PC.
Yeah, Apple was the first PC I ever. No, I take it back. The first PC I ever tinkered with was a TI. Maybe even a Tandy at the Radio Shack. Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Computer was a Tandy.
Wow.
Man, just me.
Those Tandys were huge too, man. But other than that, I never owned a PC of my own until maybe a little over 10 years ago.
Huh.
That was the first PC I ever bought. And, since then I've gone through a few, but I've always been a little bit more particular to console gaming just because, you didn't have to really install anything. I mean, you pretty much do now. But you didn't have to install anything. You just popped in the cartridge or the disc, and boom, you're off to the races.
You had a finished game, but over the last 5 years, it's gone away from that really hard. Where like it's constantly updating. You have to be online all the time, like all that kind of stuff. I think it's terrible. Because I like the last console I owned.
I got 3 letters for you. DLC.
What? Yeah, fuck that. Fuck DLC. Fuck all that.
That's pretty much all it is nowadays, though. And you have to pay for it. I'm sorry. The tragedy of my console gaming life is that I've gotten so hooked into Destiny that I drop $25 twice a year, an extra $25 twice a year just to get the DLC.
No.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But I'll give them this. PlayStation just released, I guess what's a remastered version of the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
Oh yeah, that's taken everything by storm. It's actually saved retailers. It's intense.
Yeah. So I just fuck the retailers. I did it on download. And I just started playing the first game and everything's going okay, but I've seen like Chris Raygun and Bunty King, they've talked about that they didn't remember a particular level being this hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have just replied to him. It's like, it's not that the level's harder, guys. It's that you're older.
It's that I think honestly that gaming has gotten easier a lot of times. There's a whole thing. Like there's some history you can read about it out there in the internet. I'd have to look up my archive of stuff that I've read, but analyzing how as the influence of the arcade perspective of trying to get people to drop coins into machines went away from even home gaming just got easier. Everything got super easy, and especially Nintendo games.
You can see that going all the way back to Mario Brothers, right? You had not 9 times 3 levels minimally to get to the last guy. And if you lost your lives anywhere in between that, you had to start from the beginning.
Yep. Yeah.
There's no continue or anything. And that was back when gaming was hard. The Legend of Zelda, right? Similarly.
Yep. And
it was over.
The first Crash Bandicoot came out at the very tail end of that era. We're talking like 1998, 97, something like that.
Yeah, mid 90s, I think or late 90s, the last Crash Bandicoot game came out, maybe early 2000s.
But yeah, they came out right at the end of that era when the arcades were just dead. They were just on their last fucking legs. And the mentality that the arcade brought to making games difficult at home was just gone.
Yeah, those games at the arcade were really hard. Like, okay, so going back to like Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, I mean, son of a bitch. If you ever played the games, the game helps you in letting you know which direction you have to move or when you need to tap the button. But if your reflexes weren't that great, forget it.
And there's no intuitiveness to it either. There's no like. There's some places where it's like they give you a clue and you still don't know where the fuck to go.
Yeah, pretty much. But but still, those games were so great. You know, I'm sorry I didn't finish this thought. Those games are so great, not just because Don Bluth did all the art, but they were so new because, you know, they were the first and last. Really, there was a very, very small amount of Laserdisc games that ever came out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one of the best ones I ever saw was what they had done is that they had taken one game in particular was called Cliffhanger, and what they did is that they actually took a Japanese anime film and made that the plot and turned it into a video game.
Interesting.
You familiar with Lupin the Third series?
Yeah. I love that. Castle of Cagliostro is really great.
That is the movie that they used for that game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why haven't I heard of that?
Well, because unfortunately it didn't gain the popularity that the Don Bluth ones did.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a friend who's like a huge Lupin the Third fan. Boy, he has like a fuck ton of stuff about them, and I should know about that, but apparently not.
Let's see. I'm actually going to look at this, see if there's any cliffhanger footage.
I'm gonna be right back. I have to use the lav tree.
That's fine. Go right on ahead. Yeah, here it is. They actually have it. Matt, somebody. Oh wow, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in here. I wish there was something that the Hangouts could do to actually get the YouTube content to actually go right into the Hangout, but no.
Could you send me that on Twitter?
Yeah, sure.
When you get working with OBS properly, you'll be able to send those screens to OBS directly.
Well, you know, I've got XSplit, and I could do it. I just don't want to fuck with it right now is the problem. Let's see. Am I presenting right now? I think I am.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at your screen, or I was. There you go. We're back to looking at your screen.
All right.
Oh no! Trillions. It's perfect. Wow, she's gorgeous. She's a girl. Oh, no.
What's that beeping? We can't hear you. We just hear audio. Clip.
Sorry, I had to redo all my settings. Basically, if you go back, and again, I'll post it to you, Annie, is that if I don't know if you noticed it, but like at the very bottom of the screen, it gave you options to use. It said stick and action. So the stick part is that in order to get the movie to continue to play the correct way, you had to move the joystick in a particular direction, and when it said action, you had to tap your button. So that's what the beeping was. It was almost the beep. That beep was confirmation that you put the correct action into the game itself.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So and Dragon's Lair and Space Ace was pretty much the same way. But if with the loop and the third footage though, with this particular game, there was some scene in the movie that they cut out and just did a cut and paste every time you did a incorrect action.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the time I played this game, I was like maybe 10 or 11 when it came out. And I hadn't even, the closest I'd ever gotten to watching any kind of anime was it was Battle of the Planets and oh shit, I can't remember the American title, but it was basically it had something to do with the Starship Yamato or something like that. I can't remember what the American.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that actually. Yeah.
Battle? No. It's gosh, I just can't remember. I'd have to look it up. Okay, so yeah, I posted that to you. Oh, are you back, Otha?
Yeah, I am.
You get to see any of that we were watching?
No, I did not. I got back right when you were talking about the stick business with the beeping sound to notify you that you had to click on the thing at a certain time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and tweet that footage to you too, so you can check it out.
Sweet.
But yeah, and there was one other one. It was called I think it was called Cobra Command, but I haven't really been able to find out any information about it. What was cool about that one was that it had to do with like you flew a helicopter around destroying things, and it was from some other anime film that but I don't know, I just never been able to find any information on it. So it's a possibility I just remember the name of the game incorrectly.
Yeah, it's possible.
So
the earliest anime I saw, I think, was Trans Z, which is Great Manzinger in Japan.
Oh yeah, Manzinger's were pretty cool. They actually had one that I saw sometime after these games. I'd played these games, Shogun Warriors, and they were like these.
Yeah, that was imported by Marvel. Actually, it was imported by Marvel and people who made Transformers, Hasbro.
Yeah. So I actually had one of them that was I guess it was about a 16-inch tall Shogun Warrior called the Great Mazinger.
Yep, and it could take its fist off and fling them across the room.
Yeah, or you could shoot rockets from its hand or some shit like that.
Yep.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah, but there were there was like a whole movie series of these things, man, and they happened to be like on HBO Showtime or whatever. Yeah, and I'd watch those, and they were great, man. I enjoyed them so much. But wasn't Robotech the true predecessor to Transformers?
No, Robotech actually came out as a standalone show in Japan in 1983, and by that time the negotiations were already in the works to make Transformers. And Transformers, I'm a huge Transformers fan. I actually collect Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of the big Michael Bay movies and all that stuff. I'm a fan of the G1
shit.
Yeah. But it was made from actually 5 different disparate toy lines, only 2 of which were made by the same company in Japan. And they just brought them over and threw them together. And that's why you had like the penny eraser size ones that did not make any sense against the ones that were more in scale with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They brought those over and handed them off to Marvel editors and writers. Chief amongst them was Bud Budiansky. And they created a mythology around it and created a TV show and a comic book. And the comic book came out probably half a year before the TV show did.
Yeah, okay, so Matt helped me out with Star Blazers was the
Star Blazers, yeah.
That was the title of the show in the US, but
it was Spaceship Yamato.
Yeah, the Japanese title was Space Battleship Yamato. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, the thing with Robotech though is that so I don't know if you remember Starfire, the Transformer, or Skyfire.
Yeah. It was Skyfire. It was Jetfire for the toy, which was actually a Valkyrie, and I had it. back in 1984, 85. I had the Valkyrie. I also had a huge amount of Robotech love. I had a lot of stuff from all the series from Robotech.
Yeah, but that one was, but that he was a direct ripoff from.
Yep, he was a Valkyrie. Yeah. But in the show, he looked different.
Yeah, and his name was. I don't know why they changed the name, but
they changed it over copyright reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they couldn't have anything that directly went to the toy. There's a whole like licensing thing with it. I know way too much about this shit. There was a licensing
geekdom flow.
There was a licensing thing with it because the company that put out the Macross stuff went bankrupt just as they licensed to Hasbro.
Wow.
And Bandai bought the rights to all the molds and the licensing for Macross as the company was folding. And Bandai was a competitor against Takara, who owned the rights to most of the toys that ended up being the Transformers line. So in the US, they could not have the Bandai product and the Takara product being represented in the cartoon, which was a promotional vehicle by license, as well as being represented by the toy license. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Kind of sounds a similar story was the troll dolls back in the day. There was a...
Oh yeah, the Wishnik trolls.
Yeah. It was... Yeah. It's kind of fucked up how the copyright things work around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But I'm glad that I one of my pictures that I took at a gig is actually in a guitar commercial in Canada.
Oh really?
And yeah. And I got lucky to get like a good deal because a friend of mine actually owns the company. So yeah.
So you got a little extra love for it, a little extra kit glove treatment.
Yeah. That was that. I know that I've read a shit ton about copyrights in different countries, and it's, oh god.
Yeah, international copyright law as
it's intellectual property.
Yep. All that stuff is really intense.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty damn convoluted too.
It's complicated. There's so many things. Like, yeah. Technically, he could have used the picture without asking me. Technically, because he's in the picture. But
so likeness laws.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like I did a tribute to David Bowie right after he died, and I found out I couldn't sell the tribute as a poster because of likeness laws.
Yeah.
I'm a model and I sue people for likeness rights all the time whenever they take my photo.
Yeah, what he didn't tell you though is that he models for targets at the gun range.
I was gonna say Molly Hatchet album covers, but close enough.
Molly.
So you're Frank Rosetta model after he's dead already, because Molly Hatchet bought all of their cover art from.
I'm just kidding, but yeah,
what the hell he's talking.
Yeah, those train wrecks of album covers. That's what I model for.
God, Molly Hatchet was such a shit band too. Jesus Christ.
They had at least a song that was okay. I just can't remember what it was. It was so.
The guy's voice just sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Well,
it's not
easy being rude.
Yeah, but
well, you know, some people would say that. Well, not exactly that, but some people would say that Geddy Lee doesn't have a great singing voice either.
Matthew Singer in the chat, he talked about how the Palladium RPG for Macross is really good. Yeah, it was, and I played Rifts, and I had all the books for Robotech. And since I was a Robotech geek, I would actually incorporate the Robotech stuff into the Rift setting, which they encouraged all that. It was really, really fun. Like Rift was like if Earth had been taken over by a bunch of multi-dimensional portals in the far-flung future. So it was like a mix between like Mad Max post-apocalyptic shit, conspiracy theory, Atlantis stuff, and whatever else you could throw the fuck in there. It was fucking great.
Sounds so fun. I miss gaming. I haven't been playing in a long ass time.
Well, when I start doing my game testing, maybe I'll start doing some of it online, and you can participate in that.
Okay. I'll have to see if my fucking computer works. That's the thing.
Okay.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead. It's your show.
Well, I get it, but I want to let you feel your feel. I want to let you finish your thought.
The SDF-1 in the picture of Atlantis? No, I've not seen the SDF-1 picture in Atlantis. Holy shit! You need to give Matthew a wrench so he can post a link to that.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, Matt, if you want, before we close this out, if you want to come into the hangout, I don't have a problem with that. But you do have a wrench now.
Yay, wrench!
The wrench.
Wrenchy. So, Otha, have you thought about just doing YouTube videos on your artwork, just kind of how you go through the process?
Well, I have some plans. The first video I'm going to do is going to be before Dunkirk comes out. I have an essay that I wrote a few years ago about Christopher Nolan's work, his oeuvre, and I'm going to do a video about that leading up to the Dunkirk movie. And I wrote it right when Interstellar came out, and I'm just updating it for that. And then after that, I plan on releasing some video.
Was a terrible film.
Interstellar?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote a lot of words about it. I can't even.
Just for that, Sovereign, you're muted.
Overall, I dislike Interstellar, but I have.
You understand? I can unmute myself, right?
You understand? I can eject you, right?
Go for it, bro. If you want this chat to be boring, shit.
What are you talking about? This chat's been boring for a while now.
Yeah.
Well, it'll get worse than that. Even
us are enjoying the conversation, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, I plan on doing that, and then I plan on doing some process videos because I maintain all the layers I work in if I'm working digitally, and sometimes stuff starts out as a sketch on paper. And then I'll scan it and I'll re-ink it, redraw it even entirely. Like I don't know if you saw my Independence Day piece that I did. But
I did. I was gonna tell you what it reminded me of, but go ahead and finish.
That started out as a Sunday sketch. On Sundays, I draw things that are, and I know you're Christian, and I don't want to offend you with this, but I draw things that are sacrilegious on purpose. I draw demonic shit every Sunday.
Well,
listen, that doesn't bother me, dude. I mean,
considering you have
I'm
eye.
probably one of the most relaxed Christians that you'll come across because I do curse sometimes, and because the thing with cursing is I've actually gotten called out by a couple of Twitter dipshits about cursing and proclaiming my faith, and I'm like, okay, so please point out into the Bible where it explicitly says what words or how words are used are considered sinful.
It's in James, and it says, he who claims to be righteous and does not control his tongue, his faith is worthless, and he has no place in heaven.
Yeah, but what does it mean to control your tongue?
There's no specific words, actually.
There's no specific words, no. I'm just messing with you, but you asked.
The only thing specified is the Lord's name being taken in vain. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that started out as a Sunday.
It also says not to speak curses at people. So
yeah, it started out as a Sunday ink sketch, and I usually do those on a piece of vellum paper with a brush pen, and then I scanned it and I redrew the entire thing on the computer. And I plan on putting up process videos for that. There's some process videos I have on Instagram already, but they have copyright music in it, so I can't really put that out there. And I record my own music, so that's going to have my own music over it when I do it.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the that sketch that you did reminded me of a Lords of Acid cover.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of Coop. Coop did the Lords of Acid cover that you're thinking of. Yeah. Dave Cooper.
I had to make when I bought that album. I had to make sure that my mother never saw the CD cover.
Oh, it's so good, so good. Such a great album.
It really is. It really is good. But even from a faith standpoint, I'm like, yeah, this is really pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't released a more censored, I guess you could say, album cover for it yet.
Yep.
Because they did eventually do that sometime later.
Well, it was an independent release, and the song titles on there are not as very forgiving either. So, like, there's not much you can do.
No, they really weren't. But I have to keep in mind, when I speak about my mother, this woman was really concerned for me for a minute when she finally heard like all the heavy metal that was coming out of my stereo. Because the funny thing is that there was this. I don't know. I guess you could say Christian death metal band called Vengeance Rising. You come to find out years later that the guy who started that was kind of a fraud. But anyway, you couldn't. I mean, there was a lot of barking and shit like that, And that was what she heard coming out of my stereo. Even though supposedly at the time, everything was supposed to have a good message behind it. It's just that the music was a bit rough for her, so she was a little concerned about it. Well, I can only imagine how she would have lost her shit if she saw that Lords of Acid album.
Well, it's funny is Geezer Butler, the guy who writes almost all the lyrics for the Black Sabbath. He is a Christian, and almost if you listen to the lyrics of a lot of early Black Sabbath songs, there's stuff about how Jesus is the way. And there's stuff about how the world is going to be damned if they don't change their ways and all this other kind of crazy stuff like that. It's very, very Christian. And the same kind of goes for Slayer. A couple of the people in Slayer are Catholic, and they have songs against abortion and shit like that. But they also have songs talking about war and how war is a real thing and the mind changes during war and like all this kind of shit, Right. But they're not exactly the satanic thing that everyone makes them out to be.
Oh, so it doesn't stand for Satan laughs as you eternally rot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's actually mocking the people who are sinning. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. And I say this as an atheist.
Hey guys, I gotta get going. But before I go, I just want to say thanks for the awesome chat. And Otha, I might hit you up because I'm going to start my ANCAP channel soon, and I'm going to probably need some artwork. I don't know what you charge, but we'll talk.
All right, Sovereign. I'll talk to you later.
Later, guys.
Later.
Night. Bye-bye.
I'll see you later, Sav. I'm sure I'll catch you on the other.
Yeah, you'll catch me later.
Dude, you missed it, man. I slipped out of here for just a moment to listen to Online Beauty.
Yeah.
Same crazy shit.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this that pal chat tends to be freaking, or pal talk rather. I call it pal chat. It could be really canceled.
I didn't even know pal talk still existed.
Oh, it does, man. It does. It exists in a realm that makes feminists look like they're right wingers.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it gets that. Well, there's this one lady. I have a recording of her. I may go pull it up. But this was like shortly after the whole after Trump had won the election, and man, these people are just shitting themselves over so badly. Here, actually, I can do it better this way instead of going and looking for the file. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to hear this. I'm gonna try to play it through my mic here. Let's see. Let me play the extended clip here.
I'd put a fucking bullet in you right now if you were here, just to have one less useless eater on this planet.
I mean, that's the kind of shit you get out of that.
Holy fucking! And she's from Melbourne too, or at least from.
Yeah, I think she actually is. You can tell by the accent. Man, that's good.
Yeah.
I have a hard time. I have a hard enough time trying to tell if they're English or Australian.
Oh, I'm pretty good with it.
Yeah, man. I wish I was. Like, I can hear tune. I can hear pitch pretty well, but man, accents are a whole nother monster for me.
You get better when you listen to it more, like the different accents. Like,
yeah.
So Matt's trying to find a PDF of Atlantis.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't have Foxit installed. I have no idea what the hell that is.
I don't know what Foxit is either.
Oh well. All right, so well, I'm hoping he'll do this pretty soon because actually, I want to keep the stream to minimum 2 hours, and since we started early, we're already at that. Matthew, Otha, you're not in the chat, are you?
Well, I am in the chat. Yes, I have the chat popped open.
Can you put something in the? Well, he's got a link. Well, he's got a wrench. Well, actually, you type something, I'll give you a wrench too, and maybe the two of you can figure out how to communicate with each other on that.
Yeah. About the religion and music, I had a religion teacher in school who actually gave me a fucking list about bands that I shouldn't be listening to. And the funny thing was, there was like half of the bands that were on the list were already in my playlist. Like, and then like I listened to the rest of them, and I was like, this is some good shit. Like, what the fuck?
I had something similar to that when okay, so in 1988, Metallica put out their "And Justice for All" album.
Yeah, that's the album I checked out on.
Yeah, that was the first Metallica album I ever bought. I kind of listened to things prior to that, but that was the first one I bought, and I love that album so much that when I wore the record out, because I actually bought it on vinyl, I bought it on cassette, and at the time I was going to a church that was maybe about a half mile down the road from where I lived, and to kind of just help pass the time of the walk, I would get my Walkman out, pop the cassette in there, and man, that was so. One day going to church, I'm sitting here listening to Metallica. I go to the service, and service is over with, and somebody noticed that I had my headset on, and hey, what you listening to in there? I'm listening to some Metallica. Oh, that's the devil's music, right? And I just like, really, dude.
Yeah.
Is this rural Texas or something? Jesus.
No, it was in the suburbs of Houston, man.
Wow. Well, I heard nightmare stories from some people from Houston.
I might be able to confirm those for you.
Yeah. Bill Hicks is from Houston, and if you hear him talk about his childhood, it was horrible.
Yeah, and that just usually I've never heard Bill Hicks speak about his childhood. I didn't really know I'd never even heard of Bill Hicks until I'd bought that first Tool CD. Undertow.
Enema is the one he's on.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is Enema.
There's it's not Enema, it's Enema. It's the feminine aspect of the masculine personality. That's what the word means.
I don't give a shit.
Well, that's what it is. And 3 songs on that album are dedicated to and inspired by a few of his bits.
Okay, so because gosh, which one was it? It's the second song on that album. I don't know if it's Stinkfist or what.
Stinkfist is the first one.
It's the okay. Well, anyway, then all right. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one that's got the line that said he had a lot to say. He had a whole lot of nothing to say.
Yeah, that actually is not about Bill Hicks. It's about somebody else.
Yeah, the way I heard it, I was like going, you know what? These guys could be talking some shit about Jesus Christ.
Yep. But get down off the cross. We need the wood, motherfucker.
Yeah. So I kind of took it as that. But, see, I would get into these conversations with other Christians about, justifications for listening to that kind of music. And it's always like, dude, because this is my justification for it. You don't have to agree with it. I don't listen to music like these kind of bands. I don't listen to them because they got a good message. I listen to them because the music is fucking good.
I actually have a Muslim friend who loves Metallica. So there's religious people, they find a way to listen to stuff, and it's completely okay in my book. Like, seriously, people need to chill out a little.
Yeah, well, see, it's interesting. Okay, so we're talking about music right now. So who here is familiar with the Dies Irae?
The what?
Dies Irae. It was actually it's actually a Gregorian chant. It's yeah. So
now I know.
Who does it? So there's a lot of composers that have used the Dies Irae in their music, and the actual original theme goes dun 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 dun, and but like Mozart's Requiem takes the Dies Irae and puts it to a whole set of music. and it's really awesome too because it's like classical metal, in my opinion. You know, it's just kind of got that. It's just got that kind of oomph to it. But anyway, Verdi has a requiem too, and the thing is that all these requiems pretty much have the same formula to it. All the original Latin lyrics are the same for each one. The music just might be set a little bit differently. So, well, the thing is that Verdi's requiem was used as a performance in the concentration camp in Terezin, Prague, or Theresienstadt. And they did a performance of this, and the meaning. So you know the Jews, the Jewish people there, were using it for one purpose, while the Germans were laughing at them, thinking that these guys that they were performing their own requiem. But the intent behind the Jewish people using it was to basically let the Nazis know that, you know, especially in the Dies Irae, because the Dies Irae talks about a day of wrath, that they were letting them know that, yes, you may be killing us now, but, you know, a judgment day will come and you will face the wrath of God.
It's just coming back on you, bro.
Yeah. So basically that's what it was. So anyway, it just kind of comes back to the intent in which people listen to music, and, you know, whether or not they either enjoy it, worship it, so on and so forth. You know, like, oh gosh, there was this case against Judas Priest in the 80s, I think it was.
Oh, I remember it. It was because the parents of two people who tried to commit suicide, one of them failed.
Suicide.
Well, no, one of them failed to do it. And if you've ever read the comic book The Preacher, there's a character called Arseface, and he's based on the kid who failed to kill himself. Because what happened is the guy put a double-barrel shotgun. This kid, 14-year-old kid, put a double-barrel shotgun in his mouth and missed. He knocked his whole lower face off, but it missed his spine. It went around and just fucking spared his life. He just had muscle tissue damage to the front of his face and his neck, and he had an ass face afterwards.
He blamed.
Nice.
Blamed Judas Priest.
No, the parents did. He did not. He did not. And his written testimony was part of the evidence that spared Judas Priest from any sort of wrongdoing.
Yeah.
But they blame like messaging and backmasking. Yeah.
Even at that, the point, it was from the backmasking, you know. But the thing is, like, but I don't remember that the kids listened to it backwards. I'm pretty sure they were listening to it forwards.
Yeah, and listening to it backwards, there's nothing there. I'm a huge Judas Priest fan. I fucking love Priest. I love them. Their whole fucking catalog. I listen to it probably 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, there's some of their songs I was just like going, gosh, could you guys be any more poppy?
Yeah, some of them, but then you listen to something like Painkiller, and it is the fucking most brutal fucking speed metal. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it depends on the album, really.
Yeah.
But my point simply is that, you know, if, you know, anybody can take any kind of media material and, you know, kind of look at it and approach it with the wrong attitude, and the next thing you know, their outlook on life is just completely fucked.
Yeah.
Well, and my entrance point, like I grew up being raised by a mom who collected records, and she talked to me about song lyrics a lot when I was a really little kid, and I was just kind of raised in this very artsy kind of thing in a weird culture. So I entered music from a lyrical standpoint. My first favorite band was Devo when I was a really young kid.
Oh yeah.
And I got into the like weird messaging behind it. But my favorite band probably is Fugazi, and I agree with maybe 50% of their lyrics, but I think their music is fucking amazing. Like it doesn't matter to me as much, but when I do agree with it, it's like that much more of a cool thing to me.
That's say Fugazi?
Fugazi, yeah.
Man, I never once heard a single Fugazi song, but I was in a cover band first time I was in college, and we took our band name from some song of theirs called, and I don't know if it was a song title, but it's called Red Medicine or something.
Red Medicine is their fifth album.
Yeah, we took our.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, we took our band name from that, and I'm like, Whatever, dude. The guitarist came up with, yeah, let's call ourselves Red Medicine after this Fugazi thing. I'm like,
no, they're an amazing combination of hardcore and art rock. Just fucking great band. But
what's going on? I may have to check them out. I just never got around to them. Although I think Wesley Willis sang a song about him.
Wesley Willis is the shit. Oh, I love Wesley Willis.
Dude, it's all the same.
but the thing is like, it's one of those things where it's like, hearing a crazy person say it like it is the best thing ever sometimes.
Yeah, well, but you have to remember though, he was a clinical schizophrenic.
That's fine. Sometimes genius comes from the weirdest quarters.
Yeah, but the thing of it is that if he's having a psychotic episode, there's no telling where it's coming from.
That's fine. That's fine. I just take it for what it is.
All right, that's fine. Just long as there's that understanding.
I find it entertaining. I find it rock over London, rock on Chicago. Yeah, bring it to me.
Hey, what's up, Reverend Keck? Bargain Firefox locked up on me. Yeah, that's why I don't use
it. We just this summer got to see Rammstein live.
Oh, jealous.
That would be so good.
It was so amazing. But the funny thing is,
you posted photos on Instagram of it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
it was amazing. That the whole fucking show was like, it's a performance. It's not a gig. It's fucking performance art.
Huge, yeah.
And the funny thing is, like in any other country, one of the skits would have probably got them in huge trouble.
Yep.
Because they did a skit about the singer came out with a jacket on, like this fucking flasher jacket kind of thing, and when he took it off, he had a fucking suicide vest on that exploded, and the whole fucking audience was laughing their ass off. But
I see. Reverend Keck and Matthew Singer are the same person. Off topic. Okay,
yeah.
So that sounds awesome. And like one of the bands I've always wanted to see perform live until I heard about a particular performance was Tool.
I've seen Tool.
The performance I heard about that made me not want to see them because I didn't want to catch Maynard on a freaking weird night. Was a friend of mine told me that they had gone to see Tool, and for the whole performance, Maynard was behind some kind of veil and never was actually directly seen.
Yeah, but actually, he did that a lot in the 90s. He did a lot in the 90s.
No, I paid to see you perform. I'm not paying to see you do this Wizard of Oz shit.
Yeah, okay. I get that to a certain degree, but there's there's some bands I love the Black Angels, and seeing them live, they do an incredible stage show, but they make it so that you're not looking at them as much. They put the lights in such a way, and they have projections behind them and stuff like that, where you're not worried about their personalities. Yet they're playing all their instruments and they're doing all their shit. They're performing fucking great music. None of it's pre-recorded. There's no shorten you on that amount. But what they're not doing is they're not putting their personalities out there. They're not saying, "Hey, look at my face and look at my ego." They're saying, "We're here to perform some fucking music."
Yeah,
and I admire that.
Yeah.
There's a Finnish band called Turmion Kätilät. I happen to know the guys from a long fucking time ago. But they have this they usually perform this almost like a freak show kind of thing. And I at a gig in Turku, I was sick that day. I had a fever and shit, but I had to go because I promised the guys that I would go with them. And I was in the front row, and the singer Spekkeli, he actually noticed that I was feeling a little bit down the weather, and he pulled me up to the stage, and I threw up on him.
Oh,
the whole fucking audience thought it was part of the performance.
Yeah.
It went completely okay, this is cool, what the fuck. Then I actually got them banned from the whole fucking place, the show place where they were.
Tormin Turkale?
Turmi on Katilat.
Katilat. All right.
Yeah. I'll
you might have
something.
to put that in the side chat or something.
I'm on my phone, so
Oh yeah.
I'll send you guys something on Twitter.
Matthew's got a link for you in the chat.
Oh, what's this? Open in a new tab. It's taking its time loading.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's from the Atlantis book. That's not the SDF one, but yeah, it's from the Atlantis book.
Thank you, Matt.
It's pretty cool artwork. That's from the that's from the Atlantis expansion book for Rifts. Rift was a really fucking cool game. They put Atlantis right near the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico in the game. It was really cool.
All right, so man, the chat has been really great. Man, it's at first I was feeling a little shitty. Yeah, because I was kind of hoping some people come by, but I'm completely happy that those of you who showed up did. The chat was good. We had some laughs. Man, I tell you what though, it was great having Magog here, but man, especially Marty, Chagrin. Those I really love Marty and Chagrin because they've been really two really good supporters of mine, and Chagrin mostly because she's a fellow Texan. So
Chagrin cheerleaded you to me to a little bit to do the artwork. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. She did help make that connection, but if even inadvertently. Mm-hmm. And Otha, thanks so much for that artwork. Even though you charged me for, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I charge you below rate.
Oh well, thank you. Because I'm telling you, man, when still being in school, man, sometimes it's kind of hard to part even with that kind of money.
I hear you.
Yeah. So and Annie, thank you for coming by. Russell, thank you so much for coming by.
No problem.
It's nice to talk to you, Russell. Or at least you were on. You didn't talk much, but yeah.
Yeah, I hate talking over people. In streams, it's all about talking over people.
Something I'm getting used to.
Yeah, you just need to take the time, just go for it.
Muscle in.
Also, at some point, I may need you to do one more thing for that artwork. If we need to talk about money on that one, that's fine too. But basically, I guess what I'm looking for is to do still yet another different background, so I can use that as a P&P, picture in picture.
Oh, picture in picture. Or you just want it knocked out, so you don't have you want it alpha'd, is what you're saying.
If that's what it means, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have a background on it at all.
Right.
That's easy. That's simple. That's fucking 4 minutes of work. It's nothing.
Okay.
Don't worry
just
about
when you get a chance, man. There's no hurry on it.
Yeah. I'll send you a link probably by Monday.
Yeah, and there may be some other things I want to do later on, and I'll talk to you about all that stuff. But guys, thanks so much for coming in. Like I said, I really enjoyed the chat. And if Otha, one thing that I'm just reminded of is that as you said, you and I disagree on just about everything, but man, it's really awesome that we have so many other things that we can talk about.
Absolutely, because you know what? We're all just fucking people.
Are we?
Yeah, even the ones that are made of shit.
Exactly.
They're still people.
Thanks so much, man. All right, y'all. Thanks again. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Have a good night.
Good night.